Can hear you.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
I want to get something cleared up right now. Ernie Shell is behind every bit of this shit.
I know.
Absolutely. We agree with you. Absolutely.
Everything.
Ernie Shell is the one that put Tina's lifestyle and family on the internet.
You're right. Absolutely.
Ernie
Wow.
Shell is the one that was manipulating and staging, taking advantage of Tina and her family's good intentions and used and manipulated her and had her believing bullshit.
Yep. You're right.
Yes, I did
Just
some
like you
things.
said.
I did. I'll admit,
We
I
all
did some
did.
things, but I didn't do everything that I've been accused of doing.
Same with the rest of us. Yeah.
But you're right.
Okay, Genevieve, hold on. I got a question.
Okay.
Ladies, I'm sorry. I have a question. Genevieve, what did you do exactly? Can you break it down for us?
It all started the night of December 5th, when Ernie was live on Facebook claiming to be rescuing a woman and a child that was involved in sex and child trafficking. Ernie was en route to Tina's. He was giving me landmarks. He told me where he had stopped at. The next morning is when I talked and was introduced to Tina Simmerly, and that's when shit had hit the fan with the woman and her child. Ernie had me believing bullshit about the whole entire incident. And me being so far away, I didn't know any different. So seeing what he was doing on a live Facebook feed, listening to him, listening to the woman on a speakerphone, driving down a car and pulling into a gravel parking lot that I have no idea that ever existed, and dealing with what was going on that particular night, I went to law enforcement because there was a woman and child in danger with him talking about being run off the road and being shot at. I don't play with shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to get law enforcement involved.
Right.
But Ernie apparently had Tina convinced that I had called the law and CPS to them. I did not.
Yeah.
I got the law involved because of the
did.
situation.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
did.
he did. He turned it around and
He's done that with a lot of people with her, after my experience with him, I realized just how much he cons others and lies and turns people against each other that don't even know each other in real life,
Well, later that day, it was on December 6th.
Michelle,
That's why on my page, I dropped all of the communication and the screenshots for what happened within a certain time frame of December 5th, I think, to sometime around the 1st of February. And then later is when I did call Department of Homeland Security to report everything that had been made public in the matters of what had happened in December, what had happened with January 6th, an incident that happened right after her father had passed away with the woman visiting their location and reaching out to me through the mutual friend that introduced me in the first place. Then that incident happened. I was told the whole time that they were there. The child was upset, sick at her stomach, and all this. Again, a staged situation to falsely accuse of a child being a victim of child SA.
So he could play hero.
So he could play the hero and convince Tina that it was all for the grand and glory of what they were doing. Well, it's true. They were doing an exceptional job exposing people. I never denied that they weren't. But it was because Ernie was involved in what I had dug up on Ernie with his background. When I was digging on him from when I was introduced, and I think I started doing my open source digs around the 7th or 8th of December. When I looked it up and seen that he had been on trial, he went to court. His brother was in prison for a murder. He was named in that. He was named in the Bluefield, Virginia. I was calling with the wrestlers.
Yeah.
He was being named in all this stuff with public source information.
Yeah.
I was afraid for Tina.
Right.
Yeah. She did say that you said you were afraid for her. She told me that. Mm-hmm.
I was afraid for her. When I was finding all that shit out about him, I was scared for her and her kids because he was bringing people and claiming to have affiliations and associations with